It was almost Halloween, and all the engines were finishing up their last job so they can go to the Halloween party tomorrow night. All the engines enjoy Halloween parties, especially when they gather around at Titmus sheds for ghost stories. And so every year on the date of the accident, went Percy one night, he runs again as yeah, Percy, interrupted James. We've heard the story like a million times. Can you tell something else? Well, sorry, James, Percy puffed, but it's impossible to think of good ghost stories these days. Just then Henry spoke up. Thomas, do you have one? He said. Thomas puzzled and puzzled. Well, I know one. Oh, really? Edward went. Go on, Thomas, tell us. Alright then, went Thomas. Hope you're all sitting comfortably, because this is a story that will spook your frames off. Long ago, back when the other railway was still young, it was run by many steam locomotives. And all the engines on British rails lived happily as a family. However, one of them wasn't happy or nice at all. He was an E2 tank engine like me, except he was green. And he had no name, just a number. They call him 57. He was by no doubt the rudest engine ever, and the other engines on the other railway feared him dreadfully. They said he shunted trucks at the harbor since they said his behavior was too rough for passengers. And they'll say he'll lash out at anyone he comes across, even the toughest of engines. He would give very dreadful and horrific threats, and will say they will all burn in his will. This scared nearly every single engine, especially the big engines. However, his spiteful behavior is what led him to his downfall. It was late one October 31st in 1915. We had to take a small goods train to the nearby branch line. He suffered delays to some jam points and couldn't get out of the yards quick enough until he was finally allowed to leave. Since he had to make up for lost time, he went down the branch line at a very dangerous speed. But moments after the signal box, there was a horrible screeching sound as the driver put the brakes on full force. At the head, the line was flooded, and 57 couldn't stop in time. And there was small wonder what happened next. From this day, no one understood what happened to 57's brakes. But legend has it, at 11:57 at night, he still roams British rails, looking for a soul to consume. Maybe he wants yours. Wow, Thomas, went Henry. That was a lovely story. Well done, my friend. Pah, went Gordon. What a load of lark. A ghostly E2? What nonsense. I don't know, Gordon, went Henry. That was actually a pretty good story, and the perfect note to end the night off. Good night, everyone. Yes, there's enough slander for the night, went James. Good night, everyone. And soon the engines went to sleep. But Percy was jealous. That night, Percy was taking the mail train. He was still thinking about Thomas's story. Oh, pooh, snorted Percy. Thomas was just having me on the boiler. There's no E2 called 57. However, that night on the Peel Godred branch line, a mist was rolling in. Percy had to take it easy since it was hard to see in the mist, even with a headlamp. There was a warning light hanging from the tree due to warning of a viaduct. And Percy stopped, and he grumbled while he waited. "No bother," she snapped. "Why do I have to wait here? Just because of some stupid light," went Percy. "I'm pulling important mail." Just then, he heard the sound of chuffing. Went Percy. "Who's there?" Just then, the time reached 11:57 p.m. in the night. And Percy heard more deep chuffing heading down his line. Just then, an engine that looked like Thomas, but all rusty, came whistling in. Hello, Percy. I got a dash. And Percy soon left. He didn't stop until he ran away all the way to Kildane. Percy was now a different engine. He hadn't spoke for a bit, even after Henry found him at Kildane with his midnight kipper run. But even so, Percy also didn't mention the story of Timothy. Not even for a bit. The other engines were concerned, but asked, why ruin a good thing? Though, around 11:57 at night, on the other railway, there had been rumors that diesels on the mainland have seen an E2 tank engine pass by on his way to the Fat Controller's railway. I think the diesels are right. Don't you?